Hey guys, and welcome to our review for Marriage Story, directed by Noah Baumbach, starring Adam Driver, Scarlett Johannson, as well as a few others. We got Laura Dern, Ray Liotta, Alan Alda as well. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick.
Marriage Story.
Yes.
Story of your life.
Story of my life.
Also joining us, Phil Clark.
If my spouse's nose was as big as Adam Driver's, I would also be divorcing them.
Ooh,
Savage.
fuck.
Also joining us, Adam Franey.
Yeah. Well, if my spouse's nose was as big as Adam Franey's, I'd also be divorcing him.
That joke sucks, man.
Yeah, it's brutal. Tim, can you give us a little synopsis of
So you don't recycle.
Marriage Story?
Yeah. The marriage of Charlie and Nicole is coming to an end.
I'm gonna head out.
And it is sometimes angry, sometimes full of love, and always messy.
That's beautiful,
That
man.
is very
Did
touching.
you put some of your own spin into that?
Tim, let's start with you. What are your general thoughts about
As
Marriage
the
Story?
only married member of the group here, I think I'm the
Yes.
only one who's allowed to talk for the next 25 minutes, so let's break this down.
Oh, God.
No, I'm kidding.
Disgusting.
This movie is very, very good.
Very, very
Yeah.
Very,
good.
very good.
It's an,
Going out on a
actors,
limb.
it's an actor's movie.
Definitely actors.
Performances are the main draw here,
Yes.
I think. And then
Indeed.
the dialogue, I think, would be the second main draw. It's very
Oh, great writing.
very well written, very natural feeling, which
Yeah.
Noah is known for. If you guys have seen any of his other works, I've seen a whole bunch. I was going through his filmography to see what else I'd seen from him. I've seen like almost all except for like two. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
wow, I've
Yeah,
seen
I've
way
seen a
more
lot
of him
as
than I
well.
thought I had.
Me too.
Yeah, the biggest thing to talk about here is with the performances. Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson are fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, boy.
Both Oscar worthy, I think. Scarlett has that great. I realized, I think maybe halfway through it, that it's a single take scene where she's talking to Laura Dern for the first time. I didn't realize it was a single take until like it followed her into the bathroom and then came back out. I'm like, oh my god, this is not a cut in
Yeah.
a while.
On the couch, right? Like she's
yeah,
on the couch
yeah,
and
yeah.
then it goes,
Yeah.
yeah. Amazing.
And then I also really loved Alan Alda. I have a soft spot because I love MASH, and I haven't seen him since
You are old.
Aviator. Maybe I guess was the last thing I saw him in, where he
Yeah,
plays
it's
like a
been a while.
senator. He hasn't aged between Aviator and this. He looks identical.
Was he in that old man heist movie? I feel like he would fit in that.
He would have fit in that great.
Yeah.
But I love Alan Alda. I think he was fantastic too. Very much what
I've
an
never
old
even
man
seen
is
MASH,
in
like
my
that.
eyes. MASH is
I
great.
have no.
Hilarious.
I don't have a whole lot to say because it's not like stylistically it's like amazing or anything like that, but it's very well directed for the actors. Even Laura Dern's great. I thought she was fantastic.
Oscar
A
buzz.
lot of buzz there.
Really?
Supporting
Oh,
actress.
yeah.
Yeah.
I could see
Oh,
that.
yeah.
She's very,
Did
very
I
good.
say the front runner?
Really?
I
Mm.
think so.
That's surprising that she's front runner. It's not like she
Yeah.
has like a big like emotional scene. She's good all the way
She's
through.
just very
She doesn't
solid.
have
yeah.
her clip for like
Yeah, like what do you show
at the
when you-
award
yeah.
show. Yeah.
Good supporting character. I mean, it's supporting actor or actress awards are interesting
Yeah.
because like sometimes you get the like really super short
Yeah.
ones that win
Yeah.
an Oscar. You know, there'd be like
Hathaway.
5 minutes of screen time or something.
Sam
But then
Elliott.
sometimes it's just that solid character throughout.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
the Cliff Booth. Like he
Yes.
doesn't. He's like the front runner. He doesn't have like. An
That's
emotional
true. Yeah,
thing.
he's just kind of
Right.
solid all the way through. I wouldn't mind seeing Alda get nominated for Best Supporting. I think he was nominated for Aviator for Best Supporting, if I remember. He's in it for
Jeez.
like 5-10 minutes at most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked it.
Academy.
It's one of my favorites of the year, I think, so far.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll jump in. I really enjoy this film as well. I think surprisingly funny. Like just
Oh.
to have,
There's one scene
Like,
I cackled at that I thought was hilarious.
I laughed quite a few times, and Adam and I we saw this back at TIFF in September, and the audience was also laughing along. It really like they were dying.
They were roaring. The dull
Yeah.
roar.
And yeah, it wasn't like cheap laughs either. It wasn't like some of the movies we saw at TIFF where you're like, okay guys, like it's not that funny,
Sure.
right?
Chill. Fam.
But I don't know, it was warranted. Like the writing was so, like you said, Tim, very natural,
Yeah.
and that was almost the star. Like, and every scene as well, like just very well directed. Like this felt like the culmination of Noah Baumbach's career. Like this is like he's done very similar movies, but this for some reason very cohesive
Mhm.
plot. Everything was fit perfectly. There was no extra fat. All the scenes made sense. I don't
Yeah.
know. It was just the perfect film for Noah Baumbach. And yeah, Adam Driver, Scarlett Johansson. I would be surprised if they didn't get nominated.
They're getting nominated.
I guess with Adam Driver won the Gotham Award this past week. He seems like a bit of a front runner as well for Best Actor. I don't know if you guys feel that way as well, but yeah, overall I just really enjoyed it. Laura Dern was fantastic. I liked Ray Liotta as well.
Oh my god,
he was very funny.
Guzzy.
Yeah, his character was great. Nice little addition of humor there as well. Yeah, very very emotional as well. Like a lot of the scenes, there's a lot of scenes where it just hits you, you know, and yeah, it was just very well done, and yeah, it should be nominated for Best Picture as well.
Oh yeah.
Best Director. It should be in all those.
it's
Big
fun,
Five.
it's
I
awesome.
can see getting Big Five noms.
Yeah, best writing as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's just some great moments, you know, just like, you know, moving the gate, closing the gate, like that
Oh,
moment,
Shit.
you know, where their faces are like, you know, and
Pushing the
Do you
gate
remember
close.
I just saw this yesterday.
So you hate
it was just very like metaphorical, you know. It's like
Oh, okay, I remember. Yes, yeah, sorry, yeah.
I don't know, just certain moments like that. I don't know, it's just
Yeah.
done really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. Phil, let's jump over to you. What are your thoughts?
I agree with you guys. Really, really like this film. Really enjoyed it.
Are
Just
you married?
no,
Wow. So you didn't get it.
You can't relate.
no, I can't relate.
Yeah,
No,
you guys can't relate
nothing
to
is
this at all.
relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott, you didn't get it. Adam, you didn't get it.
Like you guys said, really funny at points. Like there's just some like dark. Like I think of every like one-on-one lawyer scene. Like there was a moment where I was just like laughing to myself.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
very funny and very bleak. I also liked how like this kind of takes their marriage and like in the proceedings of them getting a divorce, it really does break it down, and you get this like whole different perspective on like the mundane things that we just kind of go, oh, that they had a bit of a spat there, and then they break it down in the courtroom scene. I thought that was really like interesting to think about. Like every piece of their marriage was like
Yeah.
one for him, one for her, like just tallied up, and it was kind of like sad in a way, but they were still able to kind of work through that. I thought that was really
It was
nice.
very fleshed out
Yeah,
as well. Like they felt so real.
yeah,
Like they went in all that minutia, like you said,
Mhm.
with these characters that I don't know, they just felt so natural.
yeah.
It felt so real that
That like mediation scene at the beginning where she's like, I don't want to read this, and it's just like,
yeah.
fuck, yeah, like
They had to like read what they liked about the
Yeah.
other person. I thought that really set it up great too,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
quite funny, and like very like they felt like they were. It really felt like they were married, and they had grown apart, and they weren't a couple anymore. I thought the kid was pretty good for the most part. You know, didn't think he was outstanding, but
Yeah.
he was a kid, so I was like, this is fine. Adam Driver, great. All the supporting characters, great. Looked fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I love
Yeah,
the
it
kind of
did.
like the warm LA, the cool New York.
Yeah.
Like that a lot. Don't have anything really negative to say. I did really like this film.
Nothing negative.
No, not really.
Adam, thoughts?
I'm gonna have to echo you three gentlemen. I fucking love
Real
it.
original,
man.
I know it's shit. All right, you know what? I'm gonna get us some views. We're going to the next level. This is the worst
All right,
film I've
Armand
ever seen.
White.
It's a joke. No, absolutely loved it. Yeah, I was gutted by it a couple times. The big fight scene that everyone's
Climactic.
climactic fight scene. I was just reading that they did 50 some odd takes
It's
because
devastating.
it was all one take.
Right.
So every time one of them messed it up, they had to start all over again. It took like 2 full day shoots apparently.
Yeah. It's very
Yeah.
theater like.
Exactly, right?
That makes sense because he's a theater director.
Very meta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with what you said about Noah Baumbach. I feel like he's just been like slowly crafting his like skills for the last 20 years, honing his skills,
his perspective, right?
Yeah. Just like all leading up to this magnum opus. Like he's been chipping away at this for forever, and he finally delivered this like amazing movie. Because I've seen a ton of his movies too, and a lot of them are fine. Like I don't love them. I don't think they're garbage. They're just, nice little movies.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This one really moved me. It moved the needle big time. Like I thought
They're all very
performances
personal
were
to
great.
him as well.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Like it's all someone's getting divorced in a lot of his movies. Like it's very personal to his story, but I think what kind of makes this that opus is the sort of collaboration with all those people bringing their
Right.
own little things to it, and yeah, just honing his craft.
And he's worked with Adam Driver a few times, so
Mhm.
I feel like Adam Driver's also been kind of honing his craft, and like
Yeah,
they've come up together, and now they're both at the peak of their powers, and they're
yeah.
putting it on display. But and I think that because this one is extra personal, I don't know if you guys heard, he said it's based off his marriage to Jennifer Jason Leigh, and how he was a New York film director, she was an LA actress,
Right.
so like a lot of him is in this movie,
Right.
and he actually also said that he made this movie as a way of one day explaining to his son like what went wrong with their
Right,
marriage,
right.
which is crazy. So it's like extremely deep personal thing for him, and you feel it. Like you can feel the blood, sweat, and tears he put into it.
Well, with Scarlett Johannson, I think that was coincidental, but she also had just been going through a divorce right when he asked her to like
Shit.
join the project.
Really?
So
Yeah.
yeah, like that whole. I think Scarlett Johansson has said like she didn't choose it because of that, but it also kind of informed her like.
Character and
perspective,
stuff?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how, that personal connection to the story, right?
I think it's like a relatable topic for a lot of people.
Oh,
Like, you
so-
hear
so-
about
so-
all
Considering how
a
many.
lot of people get divorced.
What's the
It's like-
stat? 50%.
It's like
Sure.
50-50,
Yeah.
something like that.
which is crazy, and it's like
So
to have so many people be like, "Yeah, I was going through this." It's really does bring
very relatable.
something else to the movie. Which is nice. Sorry, to cut you off.
The
No, go ahead.
for me, thank you. For me, the biggest laugh of the movie was him running into Scarlett Johansson's mom in the kitchen,
Right.
like
very
as she's trying to serve
Serve
him.
him, yeah.
I lost my mind.
Yeah, it was very funny.
What does he say? He's like Gigi or something. Gigi, like picks her up and they're like dancing.
You can tell it's just like, oh no.
There's a lot of cringe moments.
The
Oh.
sister like running in and out of the room.
Oh,
like,
so funny.
Yeah, that was
man.
very, very humorous.
Like I said, like before his movies have had like slight giggles, but this one I was like laughing hysterically, and like his other movies have had slightly sad moments. This one I was like, someone was cutting onions, to borrow a
Yeah.
phrase. Yeah, yeah, man, I loved it. Definitely top 10 material of the year, I think,
Yeah.
for me.
Oh yeah. yeah.
Top
But
10.
I'm not married, so
So you don't get it.
I don't
Yeah.
get it. But
Right.
if I did get it, I'm sure it would be really good.
Yeah. Well, let's give our ratings, and we can get into some potential spoiler talk. Spoiler talk. I don't know how much there is to talk there, but I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna go heavy 4.
Also a heavy 4 for me.
Huh.
I'm gonna go 4.
Oh,
Oh,
only a 4?
4. Yeah.
Interesting.
what's up with that?
Heavy 4.
Nice.
Damn.
It's magnifique.
Well, is there anything you guys?
There's
And-
one scene.
Why
Okay,
is
so
it only
spare
a
warning. If you
4?
haven't seen Marriage Story, we're gonna talk some
I
spoilers.
don't know. I just
So you've been warned.
Let's give this guy the gears. Why is it only a 4, man? Freak.
I don't know.
Nerd.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know.
Come on, man.
So it's a 5.
You loved it.
It's
Favorite
a
movie of
6.
the year.
It's a 6.
And
You
yeah,
know what?
Yeah.
Switty's not here, so this does make a
Yeah.
lot of
Right.
sense.
I don't know. I don't think it was really well done. It like everything fit together. I just don't know if it like blew me away, if that makes sense. I didn't walk out and
It
go-
didn't.
I didn't walk out and go like, "Oh my god, I have to get divorced now." Like, like it was just
Divorce
Whoa.
rates skyrocket after Marriage Story. People say it looked so
Makes it
fun.
seem so appealing.
Yeah, I love the fight. I want to
But
get my own fight.
I will say it probably has one of my favorite endings of any movie I've seen this year. Like that
Oh,
last like
let's
10
talk
minutes
about
is like just
Yeah.
awesome for me. That scene in the bar is just like
Oh, when he's singing "Being Alive,"
yeah.
it's so
Oh
good.
shit!
I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
scene's
was
great.
It's
fantastic.
a great,
Yeah.
and then he's actually singing. He like goes to sit down. He's like he runs back and
Yeah.
finishes the song.
Yeah.
It's like,
And Scarlett Jo had her like the singing moment as well, like,
Yeah.
with her family.
Yeah,
and
they
Just
sang
like
a
the
little.
they each had their own little like singing moment, right? Which was interesting.
she like ties his shoe at the end of the movie. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Big year for
Tying shoes.
Jojo.
Tying
Tying
shoes.
shoes. Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Yikes. Shouts to Jojo.
I cackled at one scene. You guys probably remember it,
Here we go.
where he's showing the auditor his knife trick.
Oh my god! Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, there's this trick. I
forgot
about
my
that.
pocket knife where like I pretend to cut myself." And he does it. He's like, "But the blade's always retracted." Then he looks down, his arm just like gushing blood. He's like, "Oh, I guess I didn't retract the blade." She's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Oh, I'm fine." Just like blood like dripping down.
I was like,
It was
"That's the
so
ground."
cringe.
I
And
love
then
it.
she couldn't open the door, so he's like reaching around her to open the door, but he's just like dripping blood. He's getting like blood on the door. I'm like,
no.
like, oh my god.
And then he
He's,
runs.
he's just trying to show how good of a father he is,
And
right?
he's, like,
just
running.
like, oh, no.
He's in the kitchen. He's like running the water over. And
Yeah.
he's like trying to get the paper towel, and he just collapses by the sink. And his
His
son's
kid
like
walks in.
just gets a glass of juice or whatever and just leaves.
I was
that
dying. I was like,
that
oh my
was very
goodness.
funny.
She was great. The social worker.
Yeah, just so dry.
So dry.
Super dry.
Yeah, I did not expect the humor.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it's funny.
Awesome.
That's all I got. That's
I think that'll do it for our review of Marriage Story. Check it out. It's out on Netflix now, right? Yeah, Tim, where can people find us?
People can find us on Instagram at Up Real Late Podcast. You can find me personally on Letterboxd at Up Real Tim and on Instagram at The Craft Pundit.
You can find me on Letterboxd at Wicked Swami.
You can find me on Twitter at Franey25 and Instagram and Letterboxd at UpRealAdam.
And myself, Scott, on Letterboxd at UpRealScott as well. If you like this video, leave a like on it, leave a comment below in the comment section, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And as always, keep it real.